For over 50 years, we've been told the same story. If you want to stay strong, if you want to keep your independence as you age, you eat your eggs. It's the perfect protein, right? It's what our doctors told us, what our parents told us, and what we've served at our breakfast tables every Sunday for decades. But look closer. If eggs were truly the magic bullet for longevity, why is it that millions of Americans over 60, people who eat protein every single day, are still waking up with legs that feel like lead? Why are we still struggling to get out of a low armchair or feeling that terrifying wobble in our knees when we walk down the driveway? Here is the hard truth that the $40 billion supplement industry doesn't want to print on the back of your vitamin bottle. After age 65, your body undergoes a biological lockdown. Your stomach acid weakens, your enzymes slow down, and that egg you just ate? For many of you, it's like trying to fill a car's gas tank with a leaky hose. Most of that perfect protein never even reaches your muscles. Instead, it leaves your tissues starving while the cholesterol quietly settles where it shouldn't. But what if I told you that tucked away in the hidden aisles of your local grocery store, right past the expensive steaks and the flashy protein shakes, there are 10 overlooked, incredibly cheap foods that bypass this biological lockdown? I'm talking about nutrients so powerful they don't just maintain muscle, they actually spark new fiber growth in people well into their 80s. Today, we aren't just talking about eating healthy. We are talking about a total biological reset. We've analyzed over 3,000 food studies to find the elite 10 that outperform the humble egg for the aging body. And wait until you see number 4. Scientists were recently stunned to find that this one simple snack can actually switch on dormant muscle stem cells, something we once thought was impossible after the age of 75. My name is Daily Health 365, and if you've noticed your strength slipping away, or if you're worried that your best years are behind you, I have a message for you: your body hasn't quit on you. You've just been giving it the wrong blueprint. Let's rewrite that story. Let's start with the one food you should be eating while you sleep to rebuild your legs from the ground up. Now, before we reveal these muscle rebuilding giants, I want you to do something. If you're sitting down, try to stand up right now without using your hands. Just your legs. Did you feel a slight wobble? A heavy sensation in your thighs? That is your body's check engine light. It's not a sign to give up, it's a sign that your muscles are crying out for a different kind of fuel. Let's start with number 10, a food that works while you're in your deepest sleep. Number 10. The Night Shift Repairman, cottage cheese. Meet Jim. Jim is 68, a retired firefighter from Columbus, Ohio. For years, Jim followed the standard American breakfast: 3 scrambled eggs and toast. But by 10 a.m., his legs felt like lead. He thought he was just getting old. But what Jim didn't realize was that his body was burning through that egg protein in less than 2 hours, leaving his muscles starving for the rest of the day, and especially during the night. Most people don't realize that muscle isn't built in the gym or during your morning walk. It's built in the dark, between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. While eggs give you a quick burst of amino acids, cottage cheese provides something called casein. Think of casein as a slow drip for bag for your muscles. It creates a thick gel in your stomach that releases muscle-building blocks steadily for 7 to 8 hours. By switching his evening snack to just half a cup of cottage cheese, Jim stopped waking up with that stiff leg feeling. He was literally rebuilding his foundation while he dreamed. Number 9. The fermented powerhouse, tempeh. As we move to number 9, we have to talk about a major hurdle for Americans over 60, inflammation. You might know it as that dull ache in your knees or the swelling in your ankles. This is where most plant proteins fail, but tempeh is different. Unlike unfermented soy or heavy meats, tempeh is a fermented pre-digested superfood. For someone like Sarah, a 72-year-old grandmother from Phoenix who loves to play pickleball, meat was becoming too hard to digest, causing bloating and sluggishness. She replaced 2 meat meals a week with tempeh. Why? Because tempeh contains vitamin K2. This is the traffic cop of the mineral world. It takes the calcium that usually clogs up your arteries and redirects it straight into your bones and muscle tissues. You aren't just getting 20 grams of protein per serving, you're clearing your pipes and hardening your frame at the same time. Number 8. The 3-in-1 survivalist, canned sardines. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Sardines? Those smelly little fish in the tin. But hear me out. If I could design a perfect survival food for the human body over age 80, it wouldn't be a steak, and it certainly wouldn't be an egg. It would be the humble sardine. Take Martha, 75, from Maine. She noticed her grip strength was failing. She couldn't open jars anymore, and she felt frail. Martha started eating 2 tins of sardines a week. Here is the magic. When you eat a sardine, you are eating the whole animal. The tiny, Soft bones provide bioavailable calcium. The skin provides collagen for your joints. And the meat provides a massive dose of omega-3 fatty acids. Studies in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that omega-3s actually sensitize your muscles to protein. It's like cleaning the rust off a lock so the key, the protein, can finally turn and open the door to growth. For less than $2 a can, Martha didn't just get her grip back, she gave her brain and her heart a shield against aging. These three are just the beginning. We are moving up the list to the foods that address the hidden reasons for weakness, like circulation and nerve signaling. And coming up very soon is number 4. The one that wakes up your muscle stem cells. But first, let's look at a grain that was used by ancient warriors to march for days without fatigue. We've covered the slow drip protein and the inflammation fighters. But now, we need to talk about the engine. You see, as we age, the connection between your brain and your muscles, the electrical wiring, starts to fray. You might feel like you have the will to move, but your legs just don't get the message. These next 4 foods are the electricians of your body.
Number 7. The endurance engine, lentils.
Meet Robert, a 71-year-old retired architect from Seattle. Robert loved hiking, but he started noticing a shaky feeling in his knees after only 10 minutes. He thought his muscles were giving out, but the truth was his blood sugar was crashing. Unlike white rice or bread, which spike your energy and then leave you crashing, lentils are the kings of slow-burn fuel. They are packed with soluble fiber and iron. For a senior, iron is the oxygen carrier. If your muscles don't have oxygen, they can't use protein. By adding a simple lentil soup to his lunch, Robert gave his muscles a steady stream of power that lasted all afternoon.
No more shakes, no more sudden fatigue. Just pure, clean endurance. Number 6. The mineral spark, pumpkin seeds. Have you ever experienced a painful cramp in the middle of the night?
Or noticed your muscles twitching for no reason? That is a mineral gap. Pumpkin seeds are nature's most concentrated source of magnesium and zinc. Magnesium is what tells your muscles to relax after they contract. Without it, your muscles stay tight, which leads to microtears and permanent weakness. Just 2 tablespoons a day provide enough spark to keep your nervous system communicating clearly with your calves and thighs. It's the cheapest insurance policy against muscle stiffness you can find. Number 5. The oxygen booster, mussels. Now we're diving back into the water for a food most Americans only eat at fancy restaurants, but you should be buying them frozen at your local grocery store.
Mussels.
Why mussels? Because after age 70, many of us suffer from silent anemia. Our blood gets thin, and our muscles literally suffocate. Mussels contain more iron and vitamin B12 than almost any red meat on the planet, without the heavy saturated fats. They also contain taurine, an amino acid that protects the heart and skeletal muscle from oxidative stress. When your muscles have enough B12, the signals from your brain travel faster. You react quicker.
You catch your balance before you fall. Stop right there. I want to try something with you.
This is the sit-to-stand test.
Set a timer for 30 seconds.
Cross your arms over your chest and see how many times you can stand up from a kitchen chair and sit back down.
Go ahead, I'll wait.
If you did fewer than 10, your muscles are in emergency mode. If you did 15 or more, you have a solid foundation. But regardless of your score, this next food is the one that changes the game for everyone. Number 4. The stem cell switch, nori/seaweed. This is the one that shocked the research community.
Nori.
You know it as the thin green wrap on sushi, but scientists have discovered it contains bioactive peptides that do something no other food can. As we age, our satellite cells, the stem cells that repair muscle, go to sleep. This is why a 20-year-old recovers from a workout in hours, while an 80-year-old takes days. Nori contains a specific type of sulfated polysaccharide that has been shown to reactivate these dormant cells. Take Evelyn, 79. She started crumbling roasted nori sheets over her rice and salads. She wasn't doing heavy lifting, but she noticed that the soreness in her legs after her daily walk disappeared. Her body was finally repairing itself again. At just pennies per sheet, nori isn't just a snack, it's a biological wake-up call for your DNA.
We are entering the top 3.
The supergrains and the liquid gold that have fueled the world's longest-living populations.
And at number 1?
A food so simple, your grandmother probably made it, but science is only now realizing it's the ultimate egg killer for rebuilding an 80-year-old's body. We have reached the summit. The foods we've discussed so far are the bricks and mortar. But these final 3? They are the master architects. They don't just provide protein, they rewire the way your body perceives age. Number 3. the green blood of muscles, spirulina.
Done. T. Let the color intimidate you.
Spirulina isn't just pond scum. It is quite literally the most nutrient-dense substance on Earth. While an egg is 13% protein, spirulina is 65% protein. Narrator: Imagine Margaret, 75, from North Carolina. She felt winded just walking to her mailbox. Her muscles weren't just weak, they were starving for oxygen. Spirulina contains phycocyanin, a pigment that helps your body produce more red blood cells. After adding just 1 teaspoon to her morning juice, Margaret described it as someone turning the lights back on. Her muscles weren't just stronger, they were awake. It's a blood-to-muscle transfusion that costs less than a cup of coffee. Number 2, the nitric oxide blast, earth almonds/tiger nuts. Number 2 is a food that almost no American senior is eating, and that's a tragedy.
Tiger nuts.
They aren't actually nuts. They're small tubers packed with a specific amino acid called arginine.
As we age, our circulation stiffens.
It's why your feet feel cold and your calves feel heavy. Arginine is the precursor to nitric oxide, the molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and open wide. When you eat tiger nuts, you are opening the floodgates. Oxygen, hormones, and all the protein from the other foods on this list can finally reach the muscles in your lower legs. It's like turning a dry garden hose into a power washer. Number 1, the liquid gold of longevity, bone broth and glycine. And finally, we reach number 1. If you told me you could only eat one thing to save your muscles after the age of 80, this would be it. Slow-simmered bone broth. Narrator: Why does this beat the perfect egg?
Because of glycine.
As we get older, our connective tissue, the tendons and ligaments that anchor your muscle to your bone, starts to fray like an old rope. You can have the biggest muscles in the world, but if the ropes are weak, you can't move. Eggs have almost no glycine. Bone broth is overflowing with it. It's pre-digested protein, meaning your weakened stomach doesn't have to fight to absorb it. It goes straight to your joints and your muscle fibers, acting like a biological glue. Meet Arthur, 82. Arthur's doctor told him he'd need a walker within the year. Instead, Arthur started sipping 1 cup of warm bone broth every morning. Within 3 months, his unstable knees felt locked in and secure. He didn't just build muscle, he rebuilt the integrity of his entire frame. For the price of a few leftover bones, Arthur bought back his freedom.
Look at your hands for a moment.
Look at the miles they've traveled and the work they've done. Your body is a masterpiece of resilience. It has survived decades of challenges, and it is not ready to retire, it's just waiting for a better blueprint. Muscle loss isn't a sentence.
It's a choice of what you put on your fork today.
You don't need expensive pills, and you don't need to spend hours in a gym. You just need to stop relying on the myths of the past and start feeding the potential of your future. So, I have one question for you. How old are you, and what is the one thing you want to do again without pain?
Is it walking on the beach?
Is it picking up your grandkids? Is it just standing tall with confidence? Tell me in the comments below. We read every single one because your goal is the reason we do this. If this video gave you hope, hit that like button and share it with someone you love who needs to stay strong. My name is Daily Health 365, and I want you to remember, your best years aren't behind you. They are standing right in front of you, waiting for you to take that first strong step.
Stay strong. Stay independent.
And I'll see you in the next video.